past my grandpa's best friend today as we were leaving Good Man's Wake. What kept your buddies for so many years? He said, son, we were there. We were there. We were the sons of liberty, fought side by side on the sands of Normandy when duty called. Him and I, we did our share. Yes, son, we were there. See, we were brothers, brothers in arms, from the battlefield back to neighbors on the farm. You had to be there, son, to really understand what it means to serve your fellow man. We were there when Martin Luther had his dream. We were there, saw JFK, heard the siren scream. We were there for our sons in Vietnam. We were there for this great land. There was the day liberty cried. We saw the towers crashing down as 3,000 heroes died. We stood as one, never to fear. And yes, son, we were there. And now you lay there under red and white and blue. Your voice is still, but I can still hear you saying we were there. We were the sons of liberty for America, home of the brave, land of the free. When duty called, you and I, we did our share. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We were there on 9/11. They attacked. We were there. Afghanistan and for Iraq. We were there. And I'd say we got them back. Yes, son, we were there. Yeah, old friend, we were there.
Here's your Georgetown forecast from the Hip Radio Network Weather Center. Bright sunshine today with daytime highs approaching 79. Winds out of the northeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies. Tonight, lows level off around 54. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times again. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 84. That's a look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Currently, it's 53 degrees.
I'm not allowed to say, but this is my favorite station.
It's cool. We know. Download the Hip Radio Network app or say, Alexa, listen to HRN Georgetown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The switch is on. Welcome to Good Morning Georgetown with Rob and Ken. Waking you up in the mornings and getting your day started with the hottest hits, news, and jokes. Get ready. And now here's your hosts, Rob Hip and Ken Covington.
All right, Georgetown, Texas, good morning and welcome. Hope everybody is having a wonderful start to your day today. Appreciate everybody joining us here this morning. It's always our joy and privilege to bring you this show every weekday morning here, normally Tuesday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., getting started a little bit later today. But first and foremost, we have a special guest coming on here in just a little bit. But first and foremost, I just wanted to take this opportunity there for those of you that joined right when we started. Today we honor and salute our veterans. Thank you for your selfless sacrifice in defending our country and our freedoms. We wouldn't be here without you. And so today I wanted to say a very special thank you to our veterans, those that have served, those that are serving now, and those that are continuing to be here with us. My grandfather fought at Normandy, the second wave at D-Day, passed away in 2000, but just miss him every day and thank him for his service. And all of you out there this morning, Frank Miranda also joining us already. And Frank, I just wanted to say thank you for your service, man. I posted your message up there on the screen. So for those of you that are on the Facebook stream, you can see this. But Frank said to all veterans, from the patriots of the Revolutionary War, the soldiers of the North and South of the Civil War, World War I, II, Korea, Vietnam, Desert Storm, Iraq, Afghanistan, and all those special missions not known to us. Thank you for your service. Frank, thank you for sharing that with us. And thank you, my friend, for your service as well. And we had someone this morning saying, can I thank my husband, Cliff Green, and my son, Cody Green, for their service? You bet. I'm not sure who that is, but thank you so much for posting that message. So just wanted to start with that today. We have a program today that's very exciting with a good friend of mine, Josie Zamora from A Gift of Time, and she'll be joining us talking about her nonprofit. But again, wanted to start the show this morning just with a special thank you again to all of our veterans and for what they do. So we sincerely, again, appreciate that. Friends, it's Good Morning Georgetown here on Hip Radio Network. Georgetown, it's your hometown station. Waking up this morning, 51 chilly degrees outside. Going to be beautiful. A high of 77 today. We're not going to see any rain in the forecast again until possibly Saturday morning. Other than that, it's going to be a beautiful weekend that's heading our way. And so I hope everybody is off to a wonderful, so far, Wednesday morning. Things have changed a lot in the last week, and just continuing to pray that we all find unity and come together, and I think we're on the road to that. Well, this morning, joined by a good friend of mine, Miss Josie Zamora. She is the founder and executive director of A Gift of Time. Good morning, Josie. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on your program. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. Well, it's so good to see you again this morning. We talked a few months ago, and definitely wanted to have you back on and talk more about your amazing organization, helping out folks. This is today, of course, Veterans Day, but this month is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and your organization has done a wonderful job helping folks that are battling dementia and other things. And so just wanted to give you an opportunity this morning, Josie, to kind of introduce yourself. Let us know a little bit about you before we get started.
Well, thank you, Rob. My name is Josie Zamora, as you said, and I am retired now, but I'm a retired advanced practice nurse. I've lived in Georgetown since 2012, so I'm very proud to be a resident of Georgetown. And I really enjoy serving our community. And one of the special places in my heart are our seniors, of course. And so the creation of A Gift of Time is, again, out of lots of love and consideration and honoring our seniors, especially those who are living with memory loss in our community.
I think Georgetown is a special place, and of course, one of the top places in America to retire. We have a lot of retirees, but there's a lot of folks that are battling dementia, a lot of folks that are battling certain things. My grandfather had Alzheimer's the last 6 months of his life, and we were blessed that he didn't suffer from it tragically like a lot of folks have. It is a very debilitating disease, but there's other things that your organization does. As we're talking to Josie Zamora this morning, the founder and executive director of A Gift of Time. Josie, let us know a little bit more just about A Gift of Time, kind of how it started and what you're doing to serve the needs of Georgetown. You guys are doing incredible work.
Well, thank you, Rob. Our history, we've been around since 2017. We're a nonprofit organization, and our goal is to open up an adult day center specifically for those who are living with memory loss. So it will be a dementia day program. And we've been working on that for about 4 years. But when COVID hit, we had to kind of shift our focus a little bit because we couldn't build at the time, not knowing what the pandemic was going to do. So we decided to go ahead and open up virtual programs. And that's kind of the things that we've been doing right now, servicing our seniors and our caregivers, their families, to try to help them out during COVID and while they shelter in place. We started 3 different virtual programs. Our first program that we started off with is called Camille's Memory Cafe. And we actually have the cafe twice a month on Fridays from 10 to 11 a.m. and anyone can join. You don't have to have memory loss to be a part of this, but we do a variety of things. We have trivia that we play, music. We also have talking Alzheimer's baseball, who is actually hosted by Jim Kenton, who is really an expert on baseball. And then we also just have different topics that we talk about. We also have just casual conversation. So this is a way of us to connect with our seniors using a virtual program. We do have couples that join us. One of the couples has memory loss, and they really engage in the conversation. It's a really good break from the day-to-day going to doctor's office or just a day-to-day routine. So it kind of gives them something to look forward to. They engage with us. They have social activities, so it's really good for them, and especially for their mental health. So that's one of the programs we have going on. We also have another program called Living Well with Dementia Education Series, and we host a program once a month for our community. This also includes, of course, our caregivers. And every month is a different topic. Last few weeks, we had a topic on sleep and memory. This month, we actually have 3 things coming up in celebration of Alzheimer's Month and Caregivers Month. So coming up November 12th, we have Understanding Medicare. This is a 7 to 8 p.m. Event. We also have a national speaker who's going to talk about memory cafes. This is on November 17th from 10 to 11. And then we'll have visiting angels come and speak with us on November 19th from 7 to 8 p.m. And they'll be talking about services that they can provide during COVID, especially for caregivers, to kind of give them a break from the care all day and also allow them to have some help at home. So these are some of the programs that we've implemented. They're going fairly well. We would like for more people to sign up. They can find out more information through our website, agiftoftimegeorgetown.org. And then if anybody wants to sign up for our events, they can simply just send an email to education@agiftoftimegeorgetown.org. And like I said, our calendar on our website is posted. So for any event that you would like to attend, just send me an email that allows me to add you to the list of names where the link can be sent, and then you can join us at the time of the event. So those are a few things that we have going on. We really want to honor our caregivers because they do a 24/7 care for our loved ones. We know that in Texas, it is home of 1.4 million caregivers in 2019, and it's an ongoing, as we are aging, there's more people being diagnosed with some form of memory loss. And the best way to really kind of tackle that is to actually have the tools that you need to prepare you for the journey. Now, a lot of people think that because they have memory loss, that their life is over, and that is not correct. Your life continues. You continue to be a part of your family. You continue to have friends. You continue to feel love and joy, and so we don't want to set that aside just because someone has been given a diagnosis with memory loss. As a matter of fact, we want to really support them and surround them with the people that they do love and their friends that they know, because that's what keeps them socially engaged. It makes them feel good. The stress level goes down. And so there's a lot of positive of staying engaged and supportive by friends and families when someone has a diagnosis of memory loss. So it's not the end of our lives. The journey is just a little different. And so A Gift of Time focuses on what they have and what they can do, not necessarily what they've lost. So I just want to really emphasize to our caregivers that we are with you on this journey, and to our friends and families that we want to support the person who is diagnosed with memory loss. And there's a lot of things that we can do, simple things. If you know of someone, especially this month being National Caregiver Month and also Alzheimer's Awareness Month, if you know someone with memory loss, send them a card. Let them know that you're thinking about them. Call the family, ask them how they're doing. These things will make a big difference in someone's life, especially right now during COVID, where a lot of our seniors and people with memory loss are isolated.
Well, again, we're talking to a good friend of mine, Josie Zamora, the founder and executive director this morning of A Gift of Time located in Georgetown. And of course, this month, Alzheimer's Awareness Month. It is National Caregivers Month. You guys have an event, I believe, coming up this Saturday. It's a nonprofit fair. Is that correct,
Oh
Josie?
yes, thank you, yeah, for
Yeah.
reminding me.
Can you
Yeah,
talk
this
more
is a
about that?
yeah. Let's talk about that. This is amazing. So it's a virtual nonprofit fair, and what that means is we're going to have organizations like the Area on Aging. We're going to have the Caring Place. We're also going to have Big. We're going to have a foundation called Doggies for Dementia be with us as well. Uh, these are organizations in Georgetown that are going to talk about the services that they have available to seniors. They can ask questions. So we're also going to do games and have a little bit of some prizes for those who want to attend. And so it's just a different variety of nonprofits, either in Georgetown or the surrounding area, that we know can help our seniors. And one of the things that we want to make sure is that they have access to the information. Now, of course, we're all aware of some of these agencies, but this is more of a one-on-one kind of conversation. They'll present their information, and then the guests can ask questions, and then hopefully we can also give them contact information that they can ask and kind of follow up with the services. So that's coming up on November 14th. That'll start at 9:30 and it'll end at 11:30. This event is also bilingual. So we do have an interpreter who will actually give the information in Spanish as well. So we really want to invite the community, the surrounding areas to join us. And again, the way to sign up is actually send an email to education@agiftoftimegeorgetown.org.
Awesome. Well, Josie, I appreciate all the hard work that you're doing in our community and throughout Georgetown and Williamson County. You know, COVID has affected so many folks, especially nonprofits. We've mentioned that with several nonprofits, and they've told us their needs due to COVID. What are some of the immediate needs for A Gift of Time that maybe there's somebody out there today that's watching or listening on the HRN app that says, you know, I know someone with memory loss. I want to get involved. I want to help this organization. What are some ways that folks in our community can get involved and help out, Josie?
There are multiple ways. One of the ways that people can get involved is volunteering through some of our programs like Camille's Memory Cafe. If you have a special talent, maybe you're a musician, or maybe you're a comedian, or maybe you do art, or maybe you do an exercise class, we can actually host those virtually. We are also seeking board members. If you're interested in this cause, if you've been impacted by someone who you lived with that had dementia, wants to give back to the community, you would do great serving on our board. And so we really want to expand our board, and so that's one of the needs that we have. And then the other thing is posting some of our events, or maybe sharing with your Facebook friends some of our events that are coming up. That's also very important. And of course, I will have to say that some of our programs, we do want to fund them. So a small donation of any amount that you would like to donate, especially, like I said, during November being the National Alzheimer's Awareness Month, as well as Caregiver Month, maybe in honor of someone that you know. That's also a very nice thing to do for our organization, and a way to get involved. So those are some of the things that we ask from our community.
Well, Josie, we appreciate you and again everything that you're doing in our community. What are there's some questions out there from some folks. I had a question just a little bit ago asking, do are the folks that are coming? Let me try to read through this here. I believe what they were trying to say was that it was about, do they have to live in Williamson County to be involved?
Oh, absolutely not. Whoever wrote that question, that's a great question. Thank you for waking me up on that. Absolutely not. We've had people from Louisiana. We have people from Ohio joining us. We've had people from San Antonio join us. Absolutely not. This is open, I want to say, to the whole world. So we welcome. You don't have to live in Georgetown to join our programs. That's a great question. Thank you so much for asking that.
Yeah,
I
that is a good
appreciate it.
question. Well, awesome. Well, Josie, one final time, how can folks get in touch with you, and if there's any other information that you would like to share this morning?
Yes, you can go directly to our website, and our website is our name, A Gift of Time. And of course, we're very proud to say Georgetown.org. Again, it's A Gift of Time, Georgetown.org. And then if you want to send me an email, you can send an email to education@agiftoftimegeorgetown.org. And I want to thank your listeners for their interest and their support for the organization. I think you guys are awesome. And Rob, thank you and your program for us to have a platform to talk about A Gift of Time and the services that we offer for our caregivers and their loved ones who live with memory loss. So thank you so much for this great opportunity.
You bet, Josie. Well, as always, it's good to see you. Always appreciate you whenever you have an opportunity to come on. So maybe here in the next couple of months, you can come back on, tell us how things are going, and what you guys have planned coming up for the new year. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks again. Everyone have a great day.
Thanks, Josie. Have a blessed day. Appreciate you being here.
Bye-bye.
Once again, that was Josie Zamora with Gift of Time, and appreciate what she does in our community and helping out so many folks who are suffering from memory loss and dementia and those things. I think it's so important that we continue to give back to our community, especially to those in need. And so, again, want to thank Josie for being here again. Well, again, friends, today is Veterans Day. I have a few stories that I'd like to share with you this morning before we sign off. We're going to step aside, take a quick break. When we come back, we will continue our program this morning for a few extra minutes today. Stay with us, friends. It's Good Morning Georgetown here on HIP Radio Network. Georgetown, your hometown radio station. We'll be right back in just a few moments. All right, friends, welcome back as we're winding down things here today on Good Morning Georgetown. A special thank you again to all of our veterans and Nancy Miller joining us. This is Nancy Zinner joining us this morning. Nancy, good to see you today, Nancy. And by the way, we've got a thread going on Facebook under HIP Radio Network Georgetown under our HRM Facebook page. If you have a veteran that you would like to share, feel free to post that in our comments section that's going on right now on our on our Facebook page under Hello Georgetown, as well as HIP Radio Network Georgetown. You can find that at facebook.com/HRN Georgetown. I'm actually trying to find that here. I thought that was the page for it, and that's not coming up. Just under Facebook, just search for HIP Radio Network Georgetown, and you'll be able to find that. Again, you can post the thread there, and I'm actually going to put it up on the screen for those of you that are on our social media streams this morning. But again, you can just go to facebook.com/HRN Georgetown, and there is a thread that is on there right now honoring our veterans. A lot of pictures have been posted, and just beautiful to see that this morning. I got a couple of stories I wanted to share with you today. These are some stories about veterans across our nation. This is from theweek.com. I've got a couple of them here. This one's called An Anonymous Surprise, and I want to share the good about what happens, of course, in our community and our nation. After stopping at a Dunkin' Donuts this past March, Samantha Brown returned to her car to find an envelope under her windshield wipers. Inside, she found two $20 bills and a note that read, "I noticed the sticker on the back of your car. Take your hero out to dinner when he comes home. Thank you both for serving." This was a United States veteran. The sticker on the back of Ford's car read, "Half my heart is in Afghanistan." That is her boyfriend, Albert John DeSimon, who was serving abroad in the Army. Ford, who lives outside of Boston, went home and posted a photo of the anonymous gift on Facebook, as it was too early to call her boyfriend. Above the photo, she said, "There are no words to describe how I'm feeling right now. Tears in my eyes. I just wish I could thank whoever did this. God bless our troops and all of those who stand behind them." The picture instantly went viral, racking up more than 1.2 million likes and 142,000 shares. When Ford was finally able to tell DeSimon the touching story, he said, "It's people like this who make him proud to be an American soldier." The story is about a disabled veteran who learned to walk again. Arthur Borman was a paratrooper in the Gulf War, in the first Gulf War. His service was quite difficult on his body, and he eventually lost much of the use of his back and knees, forced to rely on wheelchairs and canes. Doctors told him he would never walk without crutches again. Depressed and immobile, Borman gained a lot of weight. Desperate, Borman contacted yoga teachers for fitness help. Most took one look at him and said it wasn't possible, but wrestler turned yogi Diamond Dallas Page accepted Borman's condition as a challenge and really believed in the 47-year-old veteran. There was a video that recounts Borman's struggle, and in that video, you could see the portly vet struggle to walk, and even with the help of canes. You see him attempt and fail at balancing in a yoga move. You see him fall again and again, sometimes even flat on his face, and yet you see him get back on that yoga mat. Over time, Borman shed the weight, gained strength and flexibility, and eventually the ability to not only walk without help, but also to sprint, his long hair blowing freely behind him down the road. Never underestimate what you can accomplish when you believe in yourself. Read the script on that video. And friends, these are so important stories because when others gave up hope to help this veteran, somebody said, we can help this person. It's another story about a homeless veteran hero. He's known as Staff Sergeant Royal on account of his 10 years in the Army, and it was that battlefield training that helped the homeless Seattle veteran save a friend's life one summer night just a year ago. Royal was just a few blocks away when an argument escalated outside a bar and an unidentified man shot the homeless man he was fighting with. The victim ran down the street before collapsing. Royal quickly came to his aid. The bullet had struck the man's femoral artery, a large artery in the thigh that, when ruptured, can cause victims to bleed out. Royal used a belt as a tourniquet to stop the bleeding. The man was transported to a nearby hospital and was said to be in stable condition. Royal attributed his knowledge to his medical training at Fort Carson in Colorado. "I'm just glad I was there," he said. It's another story about an 89-year-old veteran who finally learned to read. Ed Bray stormed the beach at Normandy during World War II, earning 2 Purple Hearts. And yet, the toughest thing the 89-year-old said he had to face in his life was illiteracy. For decades, Bray went to extraordinary efforts to keep his inability to read or write a secret. While on a job at an Air Force base, he had a coworker help him with documents. At home, his wife did the same for 62 years until her death 11 years ago in 2009. Finally, the determination to shed the shame and learn how to read broke through. "I want to read one book," he said. "I don't care if it's about Mickey Mouse. I just want to read one book before I die." In early 2013, the veteran Bray found Professor Toby Thompson at Oklahoma's Northeastern University. Her patience and dedicated attitude helped Bray accomplish what he never thought possible. In February of that year, the veteran read his first book, the grade school biography of George Washington. "It just makes me feel good," Bray said. He's since gone on to read 3 books. He has no plan to stop now. One last story here today as we honor our veterans, and maybe you have a story that you'd like to share. You can do that on our Hip Radio Network Georgetown Facebook page. Feel free to share your story today. This story is called An Unlikely Friendship. Friends, these are real stories, real people, real veterans, those who have fought for us. They were quite the pair. She, a beautiful young girl with a bright white smile. He, a homeless veteran with a scraggly beard and a weathered face. Their friendship started out slow. The girl, who continues to remain unidentified, began saying hi to Tony as she traveled to and from her workplace. Soon enough, they were having small conversations and then regular talks and periodic lunches. Tony tells me about his war stories, loved ones, and who should win the Super Bowl, she wrote in a December 5th, 2012 post on the internet website Reddit. "I tell Tony about my problems, loved ones, and how I don't really care who should win the Super Bowl." From an outsider's point of view, it seemed the young girl was offering the old lonely man an ear, but the friendship, friends, was reciprocal. Recently, the girl went through a difficult period emotionally, and Tony reportedly helped her navigate through those personal choices. One day, she was walking around feeling sorry for herself when she felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned to find Tony giving her a concerned look. He had something for her, he said. From his army jacket, he pulls out a watch head. Tony takes my hand and gently places the broken antique in my palm. He went on to say, I don't have much, but I wanted you to know that you have done what many others would not simply do by being my friend. The girl said she realized that when you extend yourself to those in need, you get back not only what you gave, but infinitely more. We'll read one last story here this morning as we honor our veterans. It's called Jumping for Veterans. Marjorie Bryan and Mariana Sherman work with their local Ohio chapter of the Blue Star Mothers of America. It's an organization made up of mothers whose kids have served in the military, as well as its Veterans Food Pantry. And this pair of Ohioans were committed to an act so brave it would rival those accomplished by the young men and women they supported. To help raise money for the vets groups, the women decided to parachute out of a plane. It was on a clear day, June in 2012. The two joined a team of 6, as well as retired Army Ranger paratroopers who would be guiding the women in their descent. With more than 200 people looking on, the great-grandmothers jumped in tandem, making it safely to the ground. Brian, for one, was overjoyed upon landing and even said she'd consider doing it again. Friends, this morning we honor our veterans, all of those that have served. We thank you for your service. And today, remember to be a friend. Don't go out today being angry or upset. Go out today with the mindset that somebody needs you and that you need to be a friend to somebody today. There's somebody struggling today. There's a veteran out there that's struggling today that we will never, for those that haven't served, will never be able to understand what they may be going through. But what they may need is someone to talk to, someone to listen. So I encourage you today, friends, just be a friend. Listen. Be there for somebody. Encourage them. And as we go forward, don't take the things for granted that we have in our country. Realize that this is just a privilege to be here. And it's a privilege because of those who serve and have given the ultimate selfless sacrifice of defending our freedom and protecting our nation. Friends, I want to end with that. Thank you for being a part of this show today. We will be back tomorrow with our Thursday guest host, Michael Price. And so make sure to continue to stay tuned in. And a lot of folks joining us this morning: Penny Stinkin, Rachel Taylor, Pansy Gonzalez, Rudy Jimenez, Jessica White, Carlos Summers, Frank Miranda again, Yvette Hall, many others as well. Just wanted to say thank you. And again, thank you to our veterans today. Friends, I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Reminding you today that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement, friends. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there today, especially this Veterans Day, needs you. Good morning, Georgetown, and God bless. We'll see you tomorrow morning back at 7 a.m. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for being here.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a proud supporter of Central Texas high school football. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based, nonprofit 501c3 Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel. That light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, please visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.